you're not going to learn anything. This stuff cannot be learned in a book. You have to get out and try it. You have to hire that employee and you have to give it a shot, get out there and get serious about it. It's not necessarily real estate oriented, but the biggest mistake I see folks who are early in their entrepreneurial journey make. This is the biggest mistake that I see. And I see it all the time. And I fell into the problem myself. And I'll tell you a story about that. I think many entrepreneurs who are very early on in the journey, they are way too focused on systems and processes and training and building automation tools. They're way too focused on that stuff with less than 5 or 10 people at their company. I'm going to make a statement that is pretty controversial. Some people may argue with me, but guess what? I've hired over 300 people to work for me in the past. Our company already has over 50 people working for it right now. It's 10:55 on a Monday and I just left a golf course. So you can listen to whoever you want, but this is my point of view. I think it is a waste of time. It is a waste of time to build a bunch of training materials and automate your company and get custom Notion documents. I mean, you can do a little bit of it, of course. Of course, you should get the right software stack in place. But it is a waste of time to overly focus, to spend more than 10, 20% of your time on processes, training materials, and automation, because things are changing very, very fast. I'm going to say that again. The biggest mistake I see entrepreneurs make early in their journey is they get way too focused on systems and processes. They don't have a freaking company yet. They don't have anybody to manage yet. They don't know how to build the processes and systems because they don't know what it's going to be like when they actually have a growing business. I think many of the people, they look at spending a ton of time on the software stack and the Loom videos and the training materials. They look at it as a comfort activity. It makes them more comfortable. They feel better about themselves when they're working on these things. They feel a false sense of productivity. I'm going to say forget about that. Forget about that in your real estate company. Forget about that in your small business. Make the hire, tell the people what to do, and worry about the systems when your company starts to grow. I'm going to say it again. Make the hire, tell the people what to do, and don't worry about systems until your company starts to grow, until you have revenue, until you have business, until you have a lot of business. Then it becomes very important when you have 10 people or more. It becomes very important to think about systems and processes and building out a system and a way to do things. But you cannot learn that system. There's no way that you can build that system before you get there. You cannot build the systems until you know what it's like. When we started our student storage business, it was a seasonal business. We had all winter to plan and train and build all these systems. I was 22 years old. I was an idiot. We sat down in Florida and spent the whole winter building out a big training packet that ended up being 120 pages. It was a book. And as soon as shit hit the fan and we got a lot of customers, it was thrown out the window. We realized, that won't work. That won't work. And it's good. Listen, I'm normally harsh on it. It is good to think about the systems and the processes. And when you think about them, you're forced to do the work to figure out how it might work. And you're forced to think about it. You're forced to think about what might work. All that's really important. Some of this work is really important, but so many people get way too in the weeds, get way too deep into it when they don't actually have a growing company yet. And they don't know what it's like to go through a busy season in their business. They don't know what it's like to have 20 leads pouring the door at the same time. They don't know what it's like to have all these employees working and running around and doing all these things. So how could they possibly build the systems when they don't even know what systems are needed? And please, for the love of God, don't waste your time on custom software if it isn't your core business until you have a seriously profitable company. Until you're clearing in profit $5+ million a year, do not think about custom software. Yes, you should use Notion. Yes, you should use Slack. Yes, you should use Loom. You can use Google Drive. You can organize things. All that stuff really, really helps. I'm not talking about building a chaotic environment. As you know me, I'm very pro systems. I'm very pro organization. I'm very pro simplifying the job. I talk about that stuff all the time. But if you don't have a business and you're not making a couple $100,000 a year, you don't need systems. You need employees. You need to build the plane as you're taking off. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. You can disagree with me if you'd like. And look, you just got to dive in and do it. You can take the delegation courses. You can read my tweets. You can listen to my podcast. You can get on my email newsletter. And you can do all these things and build all these books and build all these skills and think about all this knowledge. And until you get out and actually run a company and try to figure things out on your own, you're not going to learn anything. This stuff cannot be learned in a book. You have to get out and try it. You have to hire that employee and you have to give it a shot and you have to get out there and get serious about it. So I'll tell you once and I'll tell you again, my preferred method of building a business is building the airplane as you are taking off. You're sitting on the runway, you're in an airplane, too many people are fiddling and tinkering and building the plane. Oh, they're getting ready. Oh, we might try to get some business. Oh, we're getting ready. Let's keep it slow. No. Flip on the engine, hammer down that throttle, go get some freaking customers, hire somebody, and then figure it out as you go. Hey guys, I have big news. I recently revamped my sales and customer service team at my self-storage company using folks in South Africa. Listen to this English accent.
Hi there, my name is Anton and I'm a sales professional from Gqeberha or Port Elizabeth, which is in the eastern province of South Africa. I've been in sales for about 8 years now with experience in hardware sales with some of the leading brands in the world, such as Canon, Panasonic, and more recently, Red Bull.
Okay, now the surprising part. The person you just listened to is available for hire right now, and they're asking $9 an hour. If you want an introduction, if you want to hire this person into your business or at least interview them, send me an email, nick@sweatystartup.com, and I can make an introduction and offer you $1,000 off the recruiting fee. nick@sweatystartup.com.